please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Let's move on. In fact, we were talking about how the exports have fallen quite a bit as far as the trade deficit numbers are concerned. It's weak cues all around for Indocount Industries as ready-made textile exports have fallen 8%. The company has also been facing problems of negative sales growth. Margins have been falling, while demand from the United States has been on the decline. Kailash Lalpuria, the executive director of Indocount Industries, joins in. We also have Ganesh Kumar Gupta, the president of the Federation of Indian Export Organization, who joins in to talk about the industry trends. So let's welcome both the gentlemen on our panel. Mr. Gupta, I want to start off with you. The export growth, the year-to-date export growth has fallen to almost 12 to 13%, and this is despite a favorable base. What's the sense you're getting about what the trend could look like? Are we, will we continue to see such low growth in exports?
See, month after month, the export growth is there. It's already showing a positive growth in last 3 months. Because if you were just talking about the garment. If you see in October, we had 40% decline. Then it was 27% in November and 8% in December. Of course, there is a declining trend, but declining trend is getting arrested. But there are many reasons why the garment industry is doing bad. Because of the protectionism in the least developed countries like Bangladesh. They don't have any duty structure in US and other countries. Then their labor is cheap. Our labors are very expensive. So that is why our garment industry is suffering. Otherwise, if you see, our total export in April to December is 224 billion. We are going to reach 300 billion in this financial year, which will be up from the last year. Okay. Last year was 275 billion.
Yeah. But Mr. Gupta, the point is not about the 12% rise in exports. The point is global exports are rising by 12 and 15%, and normally we do double of that because our base is small. I mean, the 2003 to 2008 period, if global exports grew by 10%, we grew by 20. If global exports grew by 20, we grew by 30 to 40. This time we are slightly underwhelming in terms of exports, but I'll come to you in just a bit. Let me get Mr. Lalpuria in as well. Mr. Lalpuria, this problem with textiles, do you think it is passing? I mean, I can remember at least for the last 6 months, we are reporting a decline in, not just slow growth, we are reporting an aggregate decline in textile exports, ready-made garments.
No, first of all, you see, we should not view month to month or quarter to quarter. We should see exports being seasonal on account of apparel and home textile. We should overall see on an annual basis.
Yeah, Mr. Lalpuria, I have compared the last 6 months. I have compared July to July, August to August, September to September. I am looking at year-ago numbers, and for the past 6 months, the numbers for 2017 are showing a decline of 6, 7, 8%. Is there a problem?
So there is no problem as such. As you can observe, in US and EU, particularly, both the markets have recovered. If you look at the retail sales, there is a healthy retail sales, both on account of Christmas and Black Friday. And just we are back from Heimtech sale, which is the largest fair for home textile in Frankfurt. We see positiveness in the world textile trade, which is like overall the trade is growing at 3.5%, but to some account, we are not able to plug into the overall global growth, because of some Indian context. Under Indian context, some of the issues which we are facing currently has to be overcome. So those are being overcome by the government. But
problems, is it?
The FTA.
Yeah, Mr. Lalpuria, are these passing problems like GST, or are these some longer-term problems like we are not part of the global supply chain, or there is some FTA agreement which advantage others and not us?
See, definitely the FTA advantage to Bangladesh and Pakistan, particularly in the EU, and now Vietnam has also signed up with EU, are definitely helping them, of course, along with the labor arbitrage which they have. So definitely that is affecting the overall textile export. India is a large economy, and there are structural reforms happening in India, which will take some time to stabilize. So some of the factors under Indian context are, are actually, putting pressure. And if this FTA and all other things are sorted out quickly, we feel that we will be on the growth trajectory which you just commented upon.
Sure.
So,
Mr. Gupta, I want you to comment on that because you also made the same point about how protectionism and other issues like expensive labor is impacting the sectoral growth. What do you think the government should do now? What would you like to hear from the government in order to solve some of these issues?
Now, see, the biggest problem of ours is, first of all, first thing, the rupee is getting strengthened. Secondly, we are already over $1,000 per capita income, which is WTO is coming in the way of our incentives. There is no incentive. Where other countries like least developed countries, they are giving all sort of incentives to the industry. So then, what you was talking about the global growth. Global trade is increasing by 12%, and we are now, earlier we were 20% or 30%. Now we are not to that in that pace. The reason, there are domestic reasons also and international reasons also. As Mr. Lalpuria has mentioned very correctly, that a lot of things are acting against India. Our labor reforms is required because, we can't have a hire and fire policy where in other least developed countries, they have all sort of benefits. So, like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, these are the countries which is coming in the way of the garment export from India.